my single favorite look. What's my favorite Barbara album? Am I a Barbara fan? Pull up in the Yentl. No. My favorite Barbara album right now, I would have to say, is... just because it's right here on my wall, the second Barbara Streisand album. I love it. Hi, y'all. Hi. Canes. Period. Oh my God, y'all. I am so sleepy. Sleepy-ana. And before y'all ask... no, I did not shave my arms today. God. Oh my God. How are we, donors? How are we doing this morning? I'm getting ready for a fun little shoot we have today that I can't talk about quite yet. But it's very exciting, very fun. And does not have to do with the show. I can say that much. Fans from Taiwan, oh my God, hi! My arm hair doesn't get caught in my bracelet. What arm hair, babe? I didn't shave today. That doesn't mean I'm not shaving. Honey. Also, people on Twitter, I saw very, very briefly, there were people who were like, oh, so Plasma hates hairy women. And I'm like, yeah, verbatim, that's what I said. No, not at all. Body hair is beautiful. Body hair is not something that I associate with my drag anymore. Someone dug deep into the vault and found that photo that I'm still very proud of. That was a very like pivotal time in my drag life, that around that time that photo was taken. So I have no shame about that whatsoever. I need this. The star shirt was cute. Oh my God, thank you. Look out for that in the future. Oh, here we go.
Is Plain Jane as mean as she is coming across on the show? You are my favorite. Oh, well, first of all, you're very sweet. And second of all, I will say that all 14 of us are very, very incredibly close. That is not an act we're putting on for media or for publicity. We all love each other very, very much.
And sometimes when your family irritates you, it cuts deeper. And sometimes the things that were said on the show
cut deep because we all care so strongly for one another and so deeply about each other that it felt a little bit more personal when people said things that felt unnecessary or unwarranted or unprompted
or mean. Plain Jane is my sister, and she makes awesome television. I'll give her that. And she has been, actually very recently, she has been very sweet to me. She and I are, we're not, we don't communicate every day. We're not sending, actually, I was about to say we're not sending memes to each other. We were sending memes to each other yesterday. So she and I are
fine. Actually, you know what?
If you're a donor, I'm going to encourage you to do something big. I'm going to encourage you to do something that may challenge you. I encourage you to send some love Plain Jane's way, because as easy as it is to talk about her perception on the show, it is much harder, in my opinion, and much more important, in my opinion, that we spend time creating joy and positivity and endorsement for queer artists. We may not agree with those queer artists, but if it's just over something as trivial as reality TV, if I'm getting nearly the amount of love from y'all that I think Plain Jane is getting in the form of hate, then she needs help right now in terms of energy and in terms of healing and in terms of joy. So I encourage you all, you don't even have to you don't have to tag her or anything. You don't even have to do anything like physical, but think highly of Plain Jane just for me today. I encourage you to do that. And I said that before my coffee's kicking in, so let's see if that changes. No, not at all, not at all. By the way, this Friday, January 26th, is... Oh, did y'all like my post with Tweedledee and Tweedledon, where I had my biological mother at the end? Stacy, my queen, my hero. It's her birthday this Friday. And it's also, of course, episode 4, and we're doing RDR Live, the sketch comedy challenge. And it's gonna be good. I'm at the Arlo Hotel in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, which is gonna be stunning. We're in a ballroom. We have a crystal chandelier. Slay, Stacy. Period. I'm so handsome out of drag. Oh, thank you. Tell that to all these boys in New York who keep ghosting me. That'd be fun. LOL. Not the shady bitch plasma. Sending us both love. That's exactly how to do it. Thank you so much, my love. Now I can't get distracted trying to be Team Plane over here on live that I can't finish my makeup in time. Hold. High gear, high gear. I could simply never ghost you. Thanks, Piper. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, my thing about Plane essentially is just like, well, it's not even about Plane. It's about the experience of being on the show or being on a mainstream platform for the first time. Is you sacrifice all forms of privacy or
control over your image, or you sort of, you make a sacrifice in favor of career stability, popularity, attention, money, like, but it's not without a price, and so I hope that, like, all of my girls
on the cast are still making the most out of the joy and the excitement of the opportunity rather than letting the hate and the negativity permeate their spirits, because that defeats the purpose of going and being on Drag Race, So, cut to me. Watch next episode. I'll throw an absolute fit. No. I actually...
Well, I don't know if I can talk about what I remember. I can tell you at the ball, I was like, thank God this is first, because I'm not an incredible seamstress, but I can sew. And I was like, thank God we're getting this ball out of the way.
Also, I'm sorry if I'm not reading your comments as diligently as I'd like to. I've got to focus. Hello. Feel pressure to be a character and bring the energy when you were on the show? Absolutely not. I felt at times pressured to be on or pressured to be energized, but I never necessarily felt like I had to put on a persona or put on a personality. I very much tried to stay present and tried to make a commitment to myself to be able to stand by everything I said and did in 10 years. Now, naturally, that speaks to things that I feel empowered by. But no, I didn't feel any pressure. But also, if someone had told me to be someone other than myself, I would have not reacted well to that. So, challenge is an acting challenge. I want you to win the challenge as a speech and debate kid. Well, it is not a debate challenge, so hold your horses for just a second. You're in chemistry class right now? Mwah. As the fourth state of matter, I wish you excellent joy and love. And I guess... I don't know what plasma has to do with chemistry. But I'm feeling the chemistry. Stupid. God, that's dumb. I love it. We're listening to my playlist this morning that I like to call Jazzy Plazzy. Bewitched. Also, my voice is so hoarse. God. My voice is so Alaska, you guys. Am I friends with Plain? Yes, that is my sister, baby. Thanks, y'all. If you make an edit of today, give me a filter. Not a Brita. Just kidding, just kidding. Better make it to the Rusical or you're done. Well, tune in to RuPaul's Drag Race every Friday at 8, 7 Central, only on MTV and streaming on Wow Presents Plus. Bewitched. Who sings this? Steve Lawrence? Who knows? All these references that no one else knows. Have I been in Stand Up NYC? I sure have. Just once, but it was fabulous. I think I had been in drag that day. Oh, that was the day. That was the first day I think maybe ever in my life. Well, maybe except for Drag Race, but the first day I had ever done like 2 gigs in one day. Or I think I did my tomato pincushion reveal runway. Or Made You Look runway. That morning at Mood Fabrics, I came home, took off my makeup, took a nap, woke up, redid my makeup, went to Stand Up NYC. Actually, we went to Dawn's loft or Dawn's studio in Brooklyn. Amanda and I did. And we got ready. Or I did my face here, and then we went to Brooklyn, and then we got dressed in Dawn's studio. Just the 3 of us, which was lovely. And then I went and did Stand Up NYC and got really drunk. It was stunning. Hello, Miss Mama. Hello. Oh, let's see what your questions are. Who's my favorite? Bitch, if you have to ask, you already know. No, I cannot wait to come to the UK. I've been to the UK only once. And I fucking loved it. I can't wait to come back. You perform in New York a bit too. What's my favorite New York bar to perform in? Okay, this is a loaded question because I am obsessed with New York nightlife. I think my favorite bar to perform in generally is, well, my home bar is the Duplex in the West Village, which is where I did my premiere viewing party for episode 2. That's my home bar. That's my home base. My favorite bar to perform in, because the Duplex can feel kind of small, but I love how intimate and how familial it feels, right? My favorite bar to perform in is probably, I love Verse. I love Playhouse. I love Stonewall. I don't know. I might give you a pageant answer. I love them all. Which is unfortunate for trying to be selective. Oh, the Spot. I fucking love the Spot. I love doing Smothered there with Selma whenever I can now. Selmanilla is my drag mother, by the way. If you're not following her, you're doing yourself a disservice. You need to go follow Selmanilla NYC. The cherry trees. I'm trying to remember if I'm skipping any steps because it's still early for me and I'm barely in. Oh, thanks, baby. Thank you. Oh, more questions, more questions. Okay, great. How did you feel about Saphira calling you strawberry shortcake? Because that would be a compliment to me. But we love her. Okay, so first of all, I did not know that she called me that until the episode aired. And I'm sure that she said it and forgot about it. But honestly, she has a point. Hello? And then when she made that edit of me as strawberry shortcake, I literally, if you saw it on Twitter, I was like, oh my God, my makeup looks stunning here. Wow. Retouched, filtered for the gods.
So, but here's the thing. Saphira, that's mother. I adore Saphira Cristal.
And I think you're all about to see why very soon. Hello, hello. Can't say anything else. Bum, bum, ba-da-ba. Also, someone recently, I was doing my makeup and my music was so low because I don't want Instagram to flag that I'm like listening to copywritten
Material. And someone came on and they were like, serial killer trait, Plasma does her makeup without music. And I was like, well, sometimes yes. And also, when you're painting your makeup on Drag Race, you don't have music. You're doing it in a silent, cold, bitterly cold workroom. The only music you have is the song-like nature of plain Jane reading your ass in the mirror. The ba-ba, ba-da, ba-da,
da-da-da-da. I'm gonna stop singing, y'all. My voice is gone. Not singing forever, just singing right now. LOL. Singing for free. What else do you have to ask? Your ADHD. Honestly, I find that lately I enter like a meditative state when I do my makeup, unless I'm, talking to gooners on the internet. Hello. But I sort of like doing my makeup
without music now because I can really focus and just sort of like dissociate for a little bit. Like having a mechanical process, because everything I do is really creative and depends a lot on my brain power. And doing my makeup so often is such a routine now that it feels like it doesn't take a lot of brain power. It's just sort of like muscle memory. So I quite enjoy doing it without music, which is my serial killer personality trait. And I am happy and willing to accept that.
Don't take your love from me. Do you think Drag Race will exist in a decade or so? I kind of really super want to be a drag performer when I'm older. Oh, good question. I don't know. I think the franchise is still growing and still learning about itself, and the industry is growing and advancing. I don't know. I'd be interested to see how it develops in 10 years. I don't know if our mother, Rue, will still be interested in being as heavily involved as she is now in 10 years. Just because, she's in her 60s. She's already paved the way, and now she's just trying to, enjoy the walk, right? Hold on. More questions coming up. Oh, God. Who are some of your favorite Rue girls? Oh, my God. Shea Coulee, Miss Cracker.
Angeria Paris Van Michaels, Rosé, Jan. Alexis Michelle's been very kind to me. Nikki Doll is exceptionally sweet. I've met her a couple times. Women prize today. I love Trixie. I love
Katya. Grew up watching them. Bianca Del Rio. Scarlet Envy. That is my sis, actually. So I take it back. Also, no. Lucy LaDuca has been very, very kind to me recently. Love her. That's my sister. How do I feel about Saphira?
Oh, I already answered that one. Great. Also, if I delete your questions, it's just so I know that I've already answered them. What was it like in the workroom, NET? It was cold. It was cold as hell.
Not energetically, like physically, very fucking cold. They keep it cold so our makeup doesn't like budge at all. And because of course they know that we're wearing layers and layers and layers. So like, you know, it's summer in Southern California and we're all wearing sweatshirts and sweatpants. It's actually, I know what I said in my entrance, but it was huge. The workroom is huge. It also like, you walk in and you're totally taken out of the sensation of like, I'm on RuPaul's Drag Race and I'm in the workroom because there's no ceiling. All you see is like the grid of lights because it's a soundstage. So like, I walked in and I was like, I am like chicken wire in the rafters. Like it's an old Hollywood like soundstage. It's very cool. Hold on, let me finish this. Hold on. I can only answer one question at a time. Oh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hang on. Sorry, that's an inside joke with my dad.
I don't know why that just popped out. Ooh. Da-ba-da-da-da.
Great. Thank you for your question. Do you like that people compare you to Jinx? A two-time winner and a legend? Absolutely. Someone who's known for her impeccable taste and talent? Yes, it's a huge compliment to me. Thank you so much. Okay. Do I have any second career choices before drag? I mean, I have a BFA in musical theater. I wanted to be on Broadway. Moved to New York in 2021 when Broadway did not exist, so that didn't really work out. Also,
I find queerness in the theater industry is very, very intricate. Because of course, like, unless you're in shows that celebrate queerness or promote visibility, you're like in the Neil Diamond musical. So there is a lot of toxicity in the environment of musical theater
and Broadway. And I feel like it permeates, like it bleeds into relationships really, really easily. And of course, like all of your friends are going in for the same roles that you are, unless your friends like look like the opposite of you. It's just it's very, very tricky, I think, to find happiness and fulfillment in a career based on your ability and not your personality or your quantifiable talents as judged by everyone else. It's very toxic. The reason I love
drag so much and the reason I see myself as a queer artist first and foremost now, instead of saying like, oh, I'm an actor, oh, I'm a musical theater performer, oh, I want to be on Broadway, which like I would love to be all those things, and I still identify as someone who is in pursuit of those ideas and those opportunities. There's something to be said about working against your community for your own gain and auditioning for everything else that all of your friends want and creating a rivalry just by being there.
It's really, really interesting. That was a deep answer. My second career choice would be actor. God. Ew. Okay. What's the most surprising thing you learned from Drag Race? At the end of the day, the only advice you need is your gut. And your gut sometimes comes in the form of
opening yourself up to the advice of other people. And sometimes your gut comes in saying, no, you don't need to take their advice. You need to follow what's true to you. And the results are always what is meant to happen. So what I learned from Drag Race essentially is like, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is yours for a reason. It's only supposed to guide you. So if you don't let your intuition guide you, then you're not listening to yourself and what your needs are. Period. Such a fool. I love this song. This is called Something Cool by June Christie. Hidden gem. Uncut gem. I love my old school music. Ugh. That like questionnaire we filled out a little bit ago that was like, what are your favorite XYZ? What song are you obsessed with right now? And I was like, My House by Beyonce and Je Cherche Homme by Eartha Kitt. Because I'm, you guessed it, a sociopath.